nothing as he idly tapped his upper lip. You guys are crime animals? That gave me a heart attack. I don't like you.
Poor phone.
Your poor phone? Yeah, you should get a screen protector.
Going to the ringer.
Oh, I was laughing at you, by the way.
Why?
We're criminals. I'm not a criminal. Kiss is a criminal. Because I looked and you have 12,000 channel points. Why don't you use them?
What does that mean? I never know what that means.
You click this and it tells you that you can use any of this stuff. You can do any of this stuff. Since you have 12,000 channel points, you can do several. You can do the highest thing 6 times because you have that many points.
Cool. Now that I know.
Don't do the highest thing.
Why?
Because I know what it is, and I will get you back if you do it.
Oh, okay.
Criminals? Criminals. They're animals who are criminals. Yes. Okay, so. Roman, look. Okay, now this is going to sound wild, right? And it's kind of funny, but like, okay, so what happened? I already know what happened. Yeah, Ada told on you. Ada's a tattletale. You're gonna die. Ada rounded the chair and approached the dark, sleek desk. He opened the drawer with a soft creak and grabbed the pistol that was inside. Oh. Returning back to Roman's side, he held the weapon out to the silver-haired man without a word. I saw it before I heard it. I told you not to do it. I'm getting back at you.
What did I do?
I'm not an idiot. It says your name, and it says you redeemed sound alert. Screamer. I'm gonna kill you.
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. Snitches get stitches. Yes, but not right now. I feel like Alexei, the guy with the red hair, is going to get shot. Emerson too, maybe. I don't know. So I just want to remind you that you may have 12,000 channel. Frog King, I trusted you.
Wow!
What is that? What did that sound like?
Wow!
Turn up your stream so you can hear it. It was Leah. Listen, Frog King, believe it or not, I can see, I think everyone can see who redeemed the sound.
It's the fairy tale sound.
Yes. Well, it's not just from fairy tale, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Sound regardless.
I can see that you redeemed the sound alert, Screamer. So, it wasn't Leah. Why is everyone redeeming these sounds? Gotta use some channel points. Listen. Listen to me. Look at me. Listen to me. They hacked it. Oh, apparently you hacked Frog King to play screaming stuff, and that you're framing them. It was Sale.
Snitches get stitches. Okay?
Snitches get stitches.
Letting you know now.
It was Sale. I believe it. It was Sale. I hate him. Listen, I just want to remind you, there are times when I have you wearing headphones, and you may have 12,000 points, but I have unlimited points. Stop playing with me. You will hear the screamer all the time, every single day. You understand? You'll never want to come back. You'll never be like, I want to sit and stream. You're not going to watch. I'm going to torture you. I'm going to torture you. Returning back to Roman's side, he held the weapon out to the silver-haired man without a word. Look, I didn't know they were going to show up. Is that not why we gave you guards? Pushing his chair back, Roman came to his feet. His eyes remained fixed on Alexei. But they...
Oh.
Well, Alexei's dead.
Zane,
Emerson...
when did you start doing stuff like this?
This is the second time they've been starting shooting people. Although we didn't see anyone on screen get shot.
Why does this feel like episode? This literally feels like episode.
It's episode. It's what is no. It's choices. Because In episode, they actually like move around and stuff, but in choices, they just stand there. So this is more like choices. But choices is still kind of like episode, just with less animation. Emerson flinched as Alexi's body fell to the floor beside him. Oh, that's awkward. Roman pulled the slider back on the handgun to reload the chamber before pointing it at Emerson. Well, that's unfortunate. Pav's making a new drug. The chemists trembled violently, their breath staggered, heart hammering away in their chest. Every single second counted. Pavel, he's making a non-addictive drug. Ada glared in the chemist's direction, his brows tense. He lifted his head and took a step forward. If it were true, how could he have missed such a thing? Where did you get that information? Oh, Ada, quiet. Okay. You have 30 seconds to explain. Why do I hear imposters? Did you just put a sticker?
No. I didn't do anything.
Who put it? Are you lying?
Slept a Santa sus.
Who did? Oh, Kiss. Slept a Santa
here,
sus.
blaming me.
I thought it was.
Bruh.
Because I didn't do anything.
Okay. He kept saying the drug was imperfect, that it was flawed. Roman tilted his head ever so slightly to the side, watching the chemist with a haunting stare. He slowly lowered the pistol in his hand. Go on. When I questioned why, he didn't answer me directly, only said that it was too addictive compared to its predecessors. Make your point. Ada's fingers curled into tight fists. There was a subtle change in Emerson's expression as their thoughts came together, like pieces of a puzzle falling into place. They came to a realization. His vision. Pavel's vision. NS was never meant to be a drug the city was dependent on. It was meant to be a drug to give autonomy back to the city. Ooh. A subtle look of surprise crossed Ada's features for no longer than a second. He turned his head towards Roman, then back to Emerson. You have a founder thingy? What does that mean? I don't understand. Roman's brow furrowed as the words set in. Autonomy? Does Demon not realize that the city only stands because we're holding it up? Give these people an ounce of power, and Sobino will return to the worthless husk it was before we elevated it. This is, Roman hissed under his breath. Somebody's angry. You have no idea what they're talking about? Are you talking about these people?
Yes.
Yeah, because you weren't here for that. But if it makes you feel better, I was here for that, and I still don't know what they're talking about. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know what they're talking about. This is the last time he'll undermine me. I told you, they burnt a building to the ground. Wait, did I tell you?
No. Why?
Because Pav, the purple guy, found out that they took his drugs. They were making more of them even after he tried to recall it and took what he could off the streets. But they took it and were making more in this warehouse, and then Pav found out. So he was like, so he went to the building and he shot some people, and then they weren't giving him the information he wanted, so he burned it down.
Why am I slowly starting to get interested in Pav? Like, why is this attracted to me? What is happening? What is wrong with me?
The last time he's undermined, next time he'll be on top. What would you do if that happened? If I smacked you like that?
I would call the cops.
His face twisting into a scowl, Roman turned his gaze back toward Emerson. You stand, Pav. Was anything salvaged? No. I tried to grab what I could, but they gestured to the bullet wound on their arm. Pavel wouldn't have it. Emerson glanced briefly towards Alexi's body and drew in a deep breath. I left before the building collapsed. Is that what you saw, Ada? Yes, I saw Emerson and Alexi leaving the warehouse while it burned. And what of Pavel and Vadim? I assume he was with him. Yes, and there was a third. A third? At that moment, Roman turned to face Ada. Sasha was with them. Mishka's Sasha. Yes, call me Mishka Sasha. I'm Mishka Sasha. You stand Stray Kids? Oh my god.
Me too.
The door flew open. Riker's urgency was apparent in his erratic breathing. His hand maintained a tight grip on the door handle. Please tell me that this face and this expression is because Mishka got away. Sir, we've got eyes on a Strexa agent snooping around the... Thanks for cheering, although I don't think you were cheering me on. I think you were cheering on Leia. Sir, we've got eyes on a Strexa agent snooping around the building. What should we do with them?
Ada, go take care of that.
Oh. Pulling up his mask to cover half of his face, Ada nodded and wasted no time hurrying out of the office. His departure was quiet and precise. Roman glared at Emerson. One more screw up and you're done. Emerson lowered their head and nodded. Find out what Pavel is making. Roman stepped over Alexi's body as he made his way to the door. Riker, clean this up.
Why am I afraid that Pav might die?
You're afraid that Pav might die?
Yeah, because the way they talking, like they just might end him.
Well, they want to steal his drugs. But they want to steal his recipes. So at least he can't die until he makes what he's trying to make. So that they can burn it and make sure that he can never make it.
Oh, wow. That makes everything better.
You gotta cheer for me? Thank you!
No.
Now someone's cheering for me and not for you.
That must be new for you. I'm just like... It's just a jokey joke.
I will never emotionally recover from this.
Yes, sir.
This is why I'm taking you home.
Oh.
This is why I'm taking you home.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Frog King. You roll it. Unlike her. And kiss. The streetlights lighting the highway streamed past. The liminal space of the lanes left an unsettling heaviness in the pit of Sasha's stomach. From this right here, you didn't do that cheer. It was actually Leah. They hacked you.
What?
You better go protect your name in the chat.
I don't do that.
You're a hacker, apparently. I'm sorry, from the way they're driving, it looks like they're swerving into both lanes. The rest of the car ride back to the Strexa building was quiet and only accompanied by the hum of the car's engine and the occasional shift of gears. Neither Pavel nor Vadim said a word. Stitches get stitches. Are you threatening them?
No.
Neither Pavel nor Vadim said a word, both fixated on the road ahead. Sasha leaned his head against the cool window and let his eyes close. Take me to Dima. I'm ready to talk. Mishka. His thoughts were interrupted when the car slowed, pulling off an exit ramp and onto the back roads. Sasha adjusted his position a little bit and pulled at the seatbelt across his chest. His fingers gripped the nylon tight. Nylon. His hair smelled of smoke. Smoke. Vadim pulled the car around a bend into the parking garage. With expertise, he parked the sports car and shut off the engine. Oh. You have frog stuff to do? Okay. I hope you enjoy your frog stuff. Thank you for wishing me a good rest of the stream. I will have a good rest of the stream. Thank you. And I will catch you later. Have a good time. For a moment, no one moved. Pavel's fingers tapped at his knees and toyed with a small piece of thread around the inseam of his pants. Are you about to play another sound?
No.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Anyway.
Okay.
What's happening?
We're in the car, so. Okay, let's go talk to Dima. I thought we parked already.
Speeding. Obvious.
Look, it looks like they're on both sides of the lane, both sides of the line.
That's what it
They're
looks
swerving.
like.
But they said that we already parked and are stepping onto the vehicle. So where are we driving to? Vadim followed suit, opening the door and moving the seat forward to give Sasha enough room to climb out. As we're driving like 70 miles per hour, he's gonna die.
More than 70 miles per hour.
We're driving 89 miles per hour, specifically 89.
We do not care either.
And they just pushing him out the car. Vadim looked over at Pavel, who quietly followed behind him. Reaching out, Vadim grabbed Pavel's hand, intertwined their fingers. Pavel squeezed tight. Sasha started for the elevator and said nothing as all three of them stepped inside, the doors closing soon after. I'm gonna kill you. I don't have a reason, I just felt like saying that. What's this? Hey, look, it's a donut. You want it? Eat it.
No, like that.
When did you do that, by the way?
Last night?
While I was asleep?
No, I had extra remaining after,
Oh.
and then I just literally sat there.
Did I?
Watching me do that
Ain't no way.
and didn't say anything.
Ain't no way. I didn't see that.
You were right there. I literally.
Oh,
went,
okay. Here, you can have that. Just over there. Oh, yeah. Okay. Where is he? Most likely at Intel with Indigo. They're overseeing a field mission right now. I don't know where that is. We'll take you there. It didn't take long for the elevator to reach its destination.
I already know when this is happening.
It didn't take long for the I already read that. A single ding sounded, and the doors opened onto the Strexa halls. Sasha stepped out first and turned his head over his shoulder.
Is it wrong that I don't like Sasha? He's like every pick-me for me. Like, he got so many options, yet he acts like he doesn't want any of them, and it pisses me off. Because look at everybody he is around. They're all attractive.
I'm only gonna disagree with you because he doesn't have eyes for them. He has eyes for Mishka.
Yeah, but he acts like he doesn't like Misha either. That's what makes me mad. Like,
I agree. He's a little irritating when it comes to relationship stuff.
What's that? It's just...
What was I gonna say? No, because you saying that reminded me of Frankie from Monster High. All them choices, never picked a single one of them.
No, what made me mad is Frankie would sit here, entertain these people for a freaking movie, for a whole movie.
And then never speak to them again.
And never speak to them again. Not even the same friend group anymore. They don't talk.
Not even the same friend group anymore. Listen, because now, in the show, like the actual web series, they had a thing where it was like she was going to end up with like, what was it? Jekyll? No, not Jekyll. Hyde? Wait, Jekyll and Hyde. What are the sons? The sons. The one that switch back and forth. She had a moment with the one with the black hair, like the studious one, and then whatever. And then she had a thing with what's his name, Nathaniel, from the Switch movie.
I thought that was it. I thought that was her soulmate.
Soulmate.
Until here we go. I never see him again. I'm like, your boyfriend. She was like, I can't be tied down.
She doesn't want to be tied down, you know.
Period. Queen energy, but
yeah, I accept it. You know, I don't really have a choice. Okay, so telling Dima what I saw that night will help us find Mishka, right? You couldn't figure this out the first time he asked you about it because he said he wanted your help to find Mishka.
I'm going to, and I'm not going to be left behind this time because while I go out there, I'm still going to be listening.
Oh wow.
And judging.
Judging. Sasha?
Yeah.
So Pavel stared at Sasha for a moment, the corners of his mouth lifting into a gentle smile, and he nodded.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure it will.
Okay.
After I do, though, I'm staying. He's my best friend. I want to be there when we find him. Vadim gave a gentle tug to Pavel's hand and stepped out of the elevator. They're in the middle of a field mission, so be careful not to make too much noise. Vadim released Pavel's hand and pushed the door to the intel room open. Sasha briefly closed his eyes, trying to gather himself. After Vadim's warning, Sasha did his best to stay close to the far wall as he entered the room. Pavel followed close behind him. Careful, Jonas. There's a stairway on the left that I haven't mapped out yet. Wait for our drone to finish mapping the area. Gotcha. Wait until it's clear. Oh, Jonas. Sasha glanced over at Indigo, taking note of her headset and the efficient way she navigated her giant 4-screen monitor setup. It was almost scary how fast her fingers moved across the keyboard. In a way, it was almost hypnotic. I bet. Dima leaned near the screens, his hand gripping the back of Indigo's chair.
All right.
Right. There. See that? That vent there is big enough for him to get through. Have him bug the vents in the side hall. Has he bugged an area before? Hey, I've set up bugs before. Have some faith.
Dima.
Indigo glanced over her shoulder at the sound of Pavel's voice, then turned back to the screens. Dima stood upright and let his hand fall from the back of Indigo's chair. He crossed his arms and turned towards the three of them. I see you've all returned from your trip. Pavel flexed his fingers into fists, and he took a deep breath. Don't give me the disappointed dad look. I have a valid reason for what I did, so listen. Dima's gaze scanned across all of them before turning his attention back to Pavel.
All right.
I'm listening. Ecto stole and reproduced my NS in a warehouse. The drug that I pulled for being too addictive? Yeah, that one. Dima, shut up. The strain was too dangerous. I don't want it back in the city. Dima uncrossed his arms. So you took it upon yourselves to blow up a warehouse without clearance? I took it upon myself to stop them and get rid of all of it, yeah. You didn't have the authorization to do that. Sasha turned his gaze between the two, uneasiness prickling the back of his neck. I thought they knew where Mishka was. With that possibility in mind, finding Mishka would have been well worth the risk. Maybe, maybe not. If I would have waited, they could have relocated. It was now or never, Dima. We cut it off at the source. Did you even consider the repercussions of such a high-profile stunt, Pavel? You destroyed an entire warehouse. And I'd do it again. Enough. Please. Jonas is in the field and I need to concentrate. Pavel scoffed and stepped closer to Vadim. His nails bit into his palms. Look, I was able to put like the tiniest part of my pinky through here. Wait. Dima lifted his hands and wiped them down his face, taking a deep breath. Indigo, where's Jonas now? Dead? The corridor on the left there. He's still bugging the vents. Dima turned his attention back to the giant monitors and leaned close to the screens. I don't think he's going to survive. Jonas is not going to live. That night, Sasha rubbed the bottom hem of his shirt between his fingers while his shoulders sank. The day Mishka was kidnapped, he was already acting really weird. He seemed paranoid, I guess. Sasha, you don't have to... No, just listen, please. He came with me to the Trinity, this nightclub. I was bringing a box of NS to my boss. It was supposed to be a super quick thing and we'd just go home after. But he wanted to stay for a while, so we did. And when we left, he just called me a cab and said he'd catch up later. Do you remember anything about what happened in the alley before Vadim found you? Mishka called me, and when I got there, he was already stabbed. Pav said what he said. Yeah, he said what he said. He said it with his chest. He was already stabbed. He was bleeding. As he remembered that night with Mishka, the same feeling of apprehension returned to his chest. It felt tight and painfully hot. Yeah. The pool of blood beneath Mishka's body flashed in Sasha's mind. So much blood. Then this guy showed up. What did he look like? Take all the time you need. He was dressed in all black, and his hair was black too. He was fast. There were others, but the guy in black called the shots. I see. Taking a few steps towards Sasha, Dima's expression softened. Thank you for...
Jonas, the ceiling.
We were having a moment, and Jonas is about to die, and he ruined our moment. Something just feels a little disrespectful about that, personally, in my opinion. Jonas, the ceiling! Whipping his head toward Indigo, Dima rushed over. Jonas is gonna die. I said he was gonna die, and now he's gonna die. The screen went black, accompanied by the crackling sound of static through the headset.
Jonas!
Your friend is dead, girl. Y'all were having a moment talking about Mishka, and now Jonas is dead. Get it together. Get it together. My finger. Delicious.
Jonas!
Is dead. Indigo, rigid and completely quiet, stared at the black screen. Looks like you guys did some bad, what were they doing? Intel? Looks like you guys did a bad job watching over him. Oh, that's unfortunate. Indigo pried off the headset and set it down, her shaking fingers lingering on it. Pavel tightened his arms around himself and gripped onto the fabric of his sleeves. Sasha's heart was in his stomach. If he thought his feet felt heavy earlier, there was no way he could move now. Only then did Sasha realize he'd been holding his breath. There's no way. Maybe his headset disconnected. The look on everyone's face said otherwise. The sinking feeling in Sasha's stomach intensified when he glanced at Indigo. Oh, she's crying. I'm sorry, wife. Wife, I'm so sorry. Indigo swallowed and pushed her chair back from the desk. Her eyes were brimming with big tears. Oh, this is so sad. He was setting up gear so we could get more information, about Mishka's location. And Pavel hurried over to her and wrapped his arms around her shoulders. He said nothing, only held her close. He finally got a field job, and he worked so hard. Her soft sniffles interrupted. Her soft sniffles erupted into pained sobs. Indigo lifted her hands to cover her face. Her cries were muffled against Pavel's chest while he rubbed her back. To be fair, he technically might not be dead. Just dying. Oh my god, look at my finger. Wait, can you see it? Please tell me you can see that. That's so funny. Wait, I hope you can see that. It's blurry over here. Why? Anyways, because I put this thing around my pinky for like 2 minutes. It's very entertaining. No, he can't be. Yesterday, Jonas was just... Yeah, that's how death happens. It happens one day, not the previous day. And all of this was for Mishka? Sasha's arms hugged his own body while he stared out the window.
His wasn't in vain. He was still able to plant a few bugs, and our drones finished mapping that ecto facility.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Information, I could just go in and...
Yeah.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Pav?
They killed Jonas, Vadim, for just being there. What do you think they'll do to you? We need to take a step back. If we rush into this, we risk losing more than we gain. But we don't have time for a step back. I think Dima's right, Sasha. Rushing in might do more harm than good. Pavel lifted his hand and rubbed at the back of his neck, glancing at Vadim. I'm the only extractor we have left who's trained for a job this dangerous. Dima paused and brought his hand to his face, his fingers brushing over his bottom lip. Like this? I'm sorry. That wasn't funny. Ugh, why do I look so freaking... It's because of this thing right here. When I sit right here, it's very bright lighting. It's so bright. So Dima, I already knew you read that. Not the only one, no. Where are we? I say at 2 hours and 6 minutes, kind of. Not the only one, no. Are you coming back to me? Didn't I hit enter? Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Hit enter over there.